started raining. Literally got in the car and it started raining. But that's all right, because where we want to go is secluded and under a tree, and we don't want other people around. So that's okay. That's dry. All right, mate, no. I'm just sitting down, puppy. Nothing in here for you, I'm afraid. Whoa, 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 whoa. Of course, the moment I turn around to get a little scenery shot, that's when it starts to finish off. Yeah, it's spitting out. Still getting some more water out. Come on, keep going. Ah, that's done. Still not quite got the hang of this yet. I've only used this a handful of times. Oh, there we go. That's more like a proper cup of coffee. Still water in that. If you can hear that. So, why have I come out in the rain to sit in the mud and have a pot of espresso? Well, my dog begs me to throw a stick that I'm not going to be throwing for him. It's more of a log than a stick, to be fair. Well, this is an outdoors channel, and so I wanted to be outdoors when I had something to talk about that wasn't outdoors related. It does make ridiculously good coffee though, even if it's only a small amount. I mean, it's meant to be an espresso, right? So I shouldn't expect too much. Shout out to Red Dogs, Tenby in Wales. What a shop. So, you've read the title of the video, you know what's going on. I've spent the last year working for a fintech startup that's financial technology. And we were developing essentially an app to make financial advice a bit more accessible. A lot of financial advisors who'd seen the software and went, oh yeah, that's really, really good. I'm an app developer by trade. I develop apps using Flutter. I've been working there for about a year. And as far as I'm aware, we hadn't really got anyone properly, maybe like 15 clients using the app, but no one like properly onboarded. So we were going for this grant, which was going to cover the next sort of 15 months worth of operations. And obviously I was off all of last week because of my son's birthday. On Friday, we found out that we didn't get the grant. And then yesterday, I found out that I would no longer have a job in a month. It was on the cards. I sort of expected it because I'd had this conversation and we'd sort of said, well, there isn't really money beyond the grant. If we don't get the grant, we can't onboard like a big network of clients, which I think they're still trying to do. So I was kind of preparing for it. I'd reopened my Fiverr profile. I started taking on a few freelance projects. We've been hammering our savings recently, which has been great. And like, as in not spending, as in like saving and saving and saving. And yet it still kind of hit me pretty bad when we had that call. And they said, yeah, your position's not going to be there in a month's time. And they're being good about it. They're obviously paying me this final paycheck. They could just say, now, sorry, you're going. But they're paying me this final paycheck, plus obviously unused holiday pay. So that'll bolster our savings for a little bit. And we do have an amount of money coming in from an inheritance. But it still sucks, because I was bought into that business. Like, I was bought into the idea, and I got on well with the guys. And I was thinking this is going to be successful, it's going to have a future. There were a few times when I did think, maybe I won't sit this out. Maybe I'll go work more corporate, or maybe I will switch back to working for myself again. But I made the decision, no, I'm going to stick this out, see where this goes. This is a really exciting project. This is beautiful. This is amazing. What a backdrop for this video. See, it's still an outdoors channel. I've got enough freelance work currently active on Fiverr, to cover my salary for about a month and a half. And there are a couple of other serious leads that I think we're placing orders today, and then that will cover us for another sort of 3 or 4 months. And then in addition to that, we've got these sort of 3 months worth of savings. So we're in a good position. This is the best time it could have possibly happened. If this had happened 6 months ago, I wouldn't have had any choices. But I've got 2 options now. Either one, I go and work for someone else. The Flutter job market isn't great at the minute. That's the framework I use, but it's not terrible. Or 2, I really push this freelance thing, with my whole soul. And I did it once before, as many of you know, with my old company Freshplay, and that ended in disaster because I just got too stressed out and I couldn't cope. And we underquoted. And there were lots of issues with Freshplay that I know to avoid now. But it's taking that risk. I wasn't married at the time, now I've got a baby, I've got a mortgage. And there's 2 things that could happen. I mean, it could be a massive success. I could make more money than I ever have doing the freelance stuff, while giving me the flexibility to do stuff like this, to get out. I just want to go camping. No, you are disgusting. No. Spend time with my family. My wife works part-time, so like 3 days a week. I think he's gone off to chase birds in the distance. And he's turned right back. I love that dog. There's no way you're getting them birds, mate. They're miles away. Give it another try, I reckon. Oh, an offering. An empty Lucozade bottle, wonderful. We're not in a bad position, but it still hit me that, like, I guess I've been coasting for a few years. And now it's like, it's all back on me again. Everything is once again, it's my responsibility to put in the work and generate the revenue to start this new business, get this business off the ground. And it's not been like that for 2 years. I worked at Pictura for a year, worked at OpenAdvice for a year. I've gotten used to getting a steady paycheck. I'm a much better developer now than I was back then. So that's something. I can't believe it. This YouTube channel's existed for 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. The last couple of weeks have gone really slow. But I guess that's what happens when you take a week off and you just intentionally go as slow as possible and everything. You stop speeding about, you just slow down. You just sit with your son in the living room for 6 hours just playing games. Like, that's what happens, innit? When you slow down, the time also slows down. I'm not going to half-arse it. If I decide to do the business, then I'm going to do the business. I'm going to bloody give it everything I've got. Really push it, really try hard to make it work again. It's cold now. Yeah. I think the business is the way to go. I've got this YouTube channel. Oh, Archie! I've got this YouTube channel started, so I've got my hobbies, I've got my family, I've got my dog. We've got a good amount of savings to last us an amount of time. Now's a good time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Oh, you are so muddy, man. All right, let's keep going on this walk. We're gonna get very wet. But he's gonna clean off in that time. You watch. I love getting out the camping gear just to get outdoors. Just like, go on, I'll have a tiny espresso. In the middle of nowhere with a nice view. And I'll talk about what's happened this week. Let's go, Archie. There he is. So when I found out on Friday that there was a good chance, that we didn't get the grant, I started thinking, what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, I have a call on Monday and they say, you don't have your job anymore. And so I started preparing for it. I started thinking, you know, I learned Tailwind, which is like a CSS framework, really, really cool. And started working on a website for a new company called AppFlare. I made a logo for it. I started thinking really hard about like, how much money do I need to make to support my family every month? And it's a doable amount. It's an amount where it's like, well, yeah, this is the amount we need to keep building our savings and maintain our quality of life. And it's really not that bad. It's really not that much. It's doable, is what I'm saying. And I want to be excited. I want to be going. I was excited over the weekend, and when I had that meeting on Monday, I joined it, and I was kind of hoping if they come back to me and say, right, so you got another 3 months, I think I would have been a bit. I was preemptively feeling deflated because I was thinking, right, this is exciting. But then it became real, you know, rather than just an exciting idea in my head. It was like, no, this is real. And even now, like recording this, it's becoming a bit of a story rather than a real thing that's really happening that I really need to deal with and really need to put a lot of thought into. Because new things are always exciting until they become mundane and routine. So I think the plan will be to give it a proper go, give everything I have towards it, while trying to maintain a good work-life balance. And then in 6 months, maybe January, assess, you know, how much have I made? How much has it grown? How much work has this been? How stressful has this been? Have I still been able to do the things I want to do? And then go from there. The mistake I've made twice now is getting totally bought into the products I've been getting paid to make, right? With freelance work, it's always at arm's length. It's always like, yeah, okay, that's done. Next order, don't have to think about it too much. With these guys, it was like, and the previous place I worked, it was like, oh, hell yeah, this is a great idea. What the hell? I get to work on this? This is brilliant. This is amazing. Let's go, let's see where it goes. And then you realize, oh, hang on a minute. This isn't my project. I may have put a lot of the work in. Ultimately, it's someone else's product. They get to make the final decisions on it. And that's not what I want. The thing with freelance work and building a new limited company is that, yeah, it's someone else's projects that I'm building, but the business is my project. So how I go about developing it, well, that's all part of my project. Do I do a good job? Do I rush it? Do I build a template and build off that template? What lessons do I learn? What technologies do I use? What technologies do I learn? That's all ultimately contributing to my end project, which is the business itself. Whenever I come down here, I never think to check the timetables. I just go, man, I hope it's high tide. Because the water comes right up to here, and this is like a little man-made beach sort of thing. And you can like swim in there, it's really nice. I'm gonna end up being excited about all this, but for the moment I'm just not stunned, but I'm just silently contemplating, thinking about all the things that could go wrong, weighing that up against the things that could go right. Once it's settled in my mind and I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, that will turn into just pure excitement and hope. But I'm not quite there yet. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. I've recorded like 40 minutes of just me blabbering. I'm probably gonna edit it down to about 20 minutes. So if this ends up being a 20-minute video, I'm sorry, it's not that interesting. But I do thank you for watching. I really thank everyone that's hopped over to this channel. We're only at 30 subs at the minute, but no, we're not, we're at 29 subs. So whoever subscribes next gets to be the 30th subscriber. But it just feels really good to be making like what I want to make. Just slowing down. Really the theme of my life at the minute is slow down. Slow down. That's what I've been focusing on in therapy. I go a million miles a minute. I throw myself into things and then I burn out on them. Slow down. My friends have all given me good feedback. Even the people that I thought were going to be negative about this series have been really lovely and positive about it. I said to my brother I wouldn't talk about YouTube in these videos, and here I'm going again, so I'm going to stop. Where's I? There he is. So yeah, I'm actually going to stop recording this video now. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye, Archie. Oh, he's getting hosed down when we get back. He is getting completely hosed down. Oh, he's so muddy. Oh, doggy. Oh, and so am I. Stop! Getting mud everywhere, doggy. Oh!